went to go get fucking Waltz.
I thought it was.
Waltz is.
Well, it sounds like the type of band.
All right, cover down, lock it up. Staff Sergeant Tucci, report.
Sergeant First Class, First Platoon, all present and accounted for.
Fall in.
Hello? You guys hear me?
We hear you, Top.
Okay, in the back, you guys hear me too?
Yes.
Awesome. Welcome, War Eagles, to the June Company Award Ceremony. So we had a big month in May, pretty much, ending our operation time here in this sandbox, Jaina Hood, moving on to a new sandbox after ceremony here. If we can be quiet in the back there. Thank you. Alright, awesome. Okay, so let's get right into it. Different face here today. Unfortunately, Major LaFlash couldn't make it today. He is enjoying his 1-year anniversary with his wife. And LT Lambert also couldn't make it today. He is, for the first time, doing one of his new jobs. So we'll touch on that later as well. So starting off, big month for us in terms of donations, over 500 with some coming in here last second. So let's go ahead and get those people forward. So Poltrack, Agricola, Bills, and Vandal post. Need to create a bit more space here maybe. There we go. Alright, about face. So these soldiers here in front of us are being awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal for donating 50 in a month or more. For Poltrack, we have a V-device attached for the amazing amount of $200. We have Agricola, also V-device with $100. We have Bills, also V-device, $100. And then we have Vandal with $69.69. Additionally, we'd also have Liwa, who also donated, but didn't qualify for the Mofsum. So thank you, soldiers. It really helps us not only with our servers, but also with additional things like the unit gifts that we have actually sent out, and a lot of you have received already. So your 1-year anniversary gifts, we have 3-year anniversary gifts, and it gets better after that. So thank you so much for the support. About face. All right, gents. Thank you. Fall back in. All right. Next up, give me Scanar, Shade, Holmes, Perez, Bernardino, Meadows, and Pearson. And also, thank you for reminding me, Corporal, big hooah to those who just came up. There you go. Alright, cover up. A little bit closer. Scanar doesn't bite. Only sometimes. When he's hungry. There you go. Alright, then about face. These soldiers are hereby being awarded the Good Conduct Medal for 3 months of good conduct. This list also includes myself. Basically, what you need to do for the Good Combat Medal is just show up, be accounted for, put in your TPRs if you're not going to make it, and not be a pain in the ass to anyone. So that's what the Good Conduct Medal entails, and these soldiers have done that for the past 3 months. So big hooah to them. There you go. About face. Alright, 3 more months. Let's go. Fall back in. Next up, give me bills. Post. About face. Private Bills here is being awarded the National Defense Service Medal. Medal is handed out for those who serve in their nations in real life. So because we are a MilSim unit, we do like to recognize our real life counterparts, and that's why we award you the NDSM. Hooah, and thank you for your service. About face. Alright, soldier, fall back in. Next up, I would like to have Paxton, Lang, and Orsini post. Alright, about face. Orsini here, who is in front of us, is being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal for 6 months in a demos. And in Orsini's case, that is BMO. We also have Lang and Paxton, who are being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal. Lang for RRO and Paxton for FIG. So thank you for helping out on the admin side. And let's go for 6 more months so you can get that next level up. About face. Hooah. Fall back in. And then next up, give me Skits and Kihiri. Alright, about face. Skits and Kihiri are being awarded the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, and this is for being in the unit for 12 months with a deployment. Now you can see that these are both fairly senior members of our unit. We have Sergeant Skits and Sergeant Kihiri, both sergeants, both in leadership positions. Skits being that squad leader of 3rd Squad, Kihiri being a senior fire team leader in 1st Squad. So a lot is possible in 12 months. So try to work for it, work hard for it, show interest, and maybe you'll be the next person up here for this award. Alright, about face. Big hooah to these two. Alright, fall back in.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Alright, next up is a pretty big one. If I can have Shade, Pendergast, Cooper, Lewa, Unger, Vandal, Bodwin, and Sherman post. Alright, about face. these gentlemen here are being awarded the AAM, the Army Achievement Medal. Now, these always come with some citations, so I'm going to read those out for those who are here. So let's start here with Cooper. So Cooper is being awarded the AAM with C device for personal courage in rescuing fallen soldiers in mortar fire in open terrain during the mission Desert Hearts. Cooper's assistant prevented loss of life and played as a perfect example of duty and selfless service to new and current members of the unit. Then we also have Vandal. Vandal is without a device, so this is for consistent, excellent leadership and instruction in mortar employment and procedures. Specialist Vandal gives feedback during drills and FTX that allows us being third squad to become more aware and mission ready. He also lends a hand to assist in drills as a second squad Zeus. So thank you for your service, Vandal. Then up next we have Pendergast. Pendergast is being awarded the AAM with C device for superior service to 1st Platoon Medic in Operation Silver Guardian. As Widowmaker's senior combat medic, Pendergast has consistently set a high standard for treatment and training, tackling the platoon's casualties and providing ongoing support to squad leaders and medics. He has saved countless lives, sustaining the unit's combat effectiveness in battle. So our medics are always in high demand. Pendergast is one of those great examples. And then lastly here we have Warrant Officer Bodwin. So Chief Bodwin has shown great progress with our relations with the 173rd. For those who do not know, the 173rd is one of our sister units. We do a lot of training and so on together. More on that later actually too. So he has attended most of the 12th Cap training, 12th Cap being the 173rd Air Combat Brigade, and Bodwin is eager to learn new skills. Okay, for those who are not here, so Shade is being awarded the C device. We have Liwa also with a C device, and Unger with a C device. All right, gentlemen. Big hooah to these soldiers here in front of us. About face. Alright, fall back in. Poltrek, Garcia, and Inca. Post. About face. So these soldiers are being awarded the 1-up from the AAM, which is the ACM, the Army Commendation Medal. So for the soldiers in front of me here, starting on my left, Sergeant Poltrek. Poltrek is being awarded the ACM with V device. So during mission Desert Hearts, Sergeant Poltrek went through thick and thin by leading his fire team from the front into almost certain death while breaching the heavily reinforced cave entrance. Later on, he helped save another squad from being almost completely overrun, and lastly saving his team from a swarm of enemy contact while returning to the Black Hawk for extract. Without the heroic actions of Sergeant Poltrek, the squad surely would not have survived that encounter. So a great show of heroism there. And then we also have Specialist Garcia here in front of us, also being awarded the ACM with V device. So during Mission Desert Heart, Specialist Garcia showed outstanding personal performance by leading the rescue of a friendly squad after they received heavy casualties. Garcia, being one of the only medics alive, treated all the wounded and returned with his squad to their original position. Shortly after a break contact was called, due to an intense amount of enemy reinforcements, Garcia, while under fire, treated Phoenix's members' wounds and carried soldiers back to the Black Hawk for extraction. So another great show of heroism there. Treating those wounded, getting everybody back home. Those are some very big words there. So thank you both for your personal courage, your selflessness, and showing great courage and heroism. Hua. So with that, we also have Inca. Inca is being awarded the ACM with V device. All right, about face. Keep up the good work. Fall back in. Okay, next up, if I can have Vandal, Schneider, Ayers, Poltrek, Harris, and Garcia. Post. Could have kept both of you here. Alright, about face. So this lovely bunch of soldiers here are being awarded the JSAM, Joint Service Achievement Medal. So with that, we've got some more citations. So let's start here on the left with, oh, Harris, sorry, I think I've got the wrong Harris.
I think you did.
Yep, I think I got the wrong Harris. Sorry, Harris. Maybe next time you can fall back in. I needed the J type. Is the J type present? J Harris?
No, he's not. He's not here.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Alright, so then on the left we have Poltrek left. JSAM being awarded to Poltrek for outstanding commitment and dedication to the role of 79R, just recruiter. So Sergeant Poltrek has always shown the best interest for RRO to ensure applications are being processed correctly and in a timely manner. So the JSAM, for those that are unaware, is awarded for excellence or certain achievements within your demosses, and that's why we're awarding these soldiers. So Poltrek for RRO. Then we have Garcia. Garcia continues to be one of the backbone members of RMS, which is BMO, and always completes whatever is given to him with speed. Moving on to Vandal. So Vandal gets it for sustained excellence as an FIG cadre member, serving as an RSO and currently as a DI. Specialist Vandal has dedicated himself to providing quality training, quality instructions at OSUD and or land navigation course. Setting an example of presence and skill, he has directly contributed to the development of soldiers' tactical skills. Moving on to Schneider. So Schneider, this one is from COE. Schneider hit the ground running in COE, as there is always enough to do as a 12T. He quickly learned the ins and outs of the website admin panel and implemented a set of forms, like the soldier development questionnaire and the new mod suggestion box. More on that later. He is being recognized for his quick learning abilities and persistence to improve our quality of life with the website and in-game. And then last but not least, here in front of me, we have Ayers for outstanding commitment and dedication to the role of 79R, just recruiter. So Sergeant Ayers has shown the ability as dedicated recruiter within RRO and also help new recruiters gain experience by helping them with their new soldier orientations. So other than that, we also had Jay Harris, who is being also awarded for RRO. Okay, so big hua to all of these gentlemen for helping us out with the admin side. Alright, about face. And fall back in. Okay, next up, Lambert, who's not here, Tucci, Paxson, and Schneider. Post. Schneider taking his sweet time. Alright, about face. So these 3 soldiers are being awarded the JSCM. So we were just talking about the JSAM, which is for excellent performance in the demos. Now JSCM goes one step further. Starting with Tucci here, this award should come self-explanatory for those that serve in BMO under NCOIC. So Stefan and Tucci being the NCOIC. One sec. Yeah, first commitment to BMO. Sorry, I had to untangle these words here for a second. So his excellence and commitment has been exceptional throughout his several months of NCOIC of BMO. He has maintained a high presence and shown a huge passion for his demos. Stefan Tucci, your outstanding and significant sustained commitment is appreciated. Then we also had Paxton, who is not in front of us here, but he is being awarded for his commitment and dedication in a CID as warrant officer in charge. And we also have Stefan Schneider. Stefan Schneider here has been the EMC team lead for quite some time now and has great dedication to creating and maintaining all of the third ID maps. He's demonstrated excellence in managing the soldiers he's in charge of and the work that he puts in or that he puts out for the unit. With that, I'd also like to commend Stefan Schneider on the stuff that he's doing with S2. So S2 is now actually officially recognized as a DMOS, so that will more info on that later on as well. But he's been doing great work in S2, making all of the missions every week. It's hard work, you guys, pumping out a new mission every single week, and then also being there to Zeus it and make sure that everybody is having a great, but at the same time, challenging time. Alright, big hooah for these soldiers. And about face. Alright, gents, fall back in. Okay, next up, give me Kihiri, Pendergast, and Garcia post. About face. These 3 soldiers are being awarded the HSM, Humanitarian Service Medal. Now there's 2 ways you can get this medal, either by getting 30 votes on the website, so that means voting twice every single day, or through generosity in helping out soldiers, be it financially, mentally, or so on, outside of the unit. So here we have Kihiri. Kihiri's not in front of us currently, but he gifted the new Prairie Fire DLC to 2 soldiers, that being Holmes and Pellerine, so that they could join the public server for to play Mike Force. So he contributed greatly to the event participation and attraction of civilians and unit friends. Now the other 2 that are in front of us here are receiving this medal through the vote system. So we have Pendergast for 60 votes and Garcia also 60 votes. Now voting is incredibly important for us, hence why we tied this medal to us. Being number 1 on clan list is a huge source of new soldiers that can see us up there, that click through our website, that get inspired or see something they like and join us that way. So try to get those votes in. Additionally, we do have vote limits on promotions. So for example, to be a PFC, you need to have at least 4 votes, which is you're voting once every week, which should be a very much a minimum. But these soldiers here, it's incredibly hard to get 60. I challenge anyone to get 60. It's very difficult. So thank you, soldiers, for your time and not forgetting to vote. All right, about face. Hooah. Fall back in. Then I have one for Major LaFlash, who's currently not here, but I'm still going to read it out because it's quite significant. So Major LaFlash is being awarded his, I believe, third Defense Superior Service Medal. So the Defense Superior Service Medal is specifically intended to recognize exceptional dedicated service and to honor an individual's accomplishment over a sustained period of 5 years in one tour. So he's pretty much been here for 15 years now without a single discharge, without a single bit of time off. Yeah, I mean, he's had LOAs, he's had TPRs and so on, but being here for 15 years, that is almost longer than some people are alive on this planet at this point. If you have new recruits coming in, well, you can tell them they're the same age as our Major has been in our unit. So that is amazing. I do want to recognize him for that. So let's give him a big hooah. And Major will be watching the stream either later or the video of it. So that's for him. Okay, then Staff Sergeant Tucci, post. About face. Tucci here is being awarded the Enemy Marksman Ribbon. Basically a Purple Heart. So during combat mission Unshackled Sky, Staff Sergeant Tucci was incapacitated while leading Fort Squad Phoenix, while taking direct fire from a GSIM stronghold. With aid of Fort Squad's medic, Staff Sergeant Tucci rose from the ashes and continued to lead his troops onto the objective effectively and neutralize the target. So the Purple Heart being the Enemy Marksman Ribbon. When you are in a position of leadership, going down might have a significant impact on your squad. So then when you're brought back up, you are being recognized for that, as well as your combat performance after being resurrected or risen from the ashes, as it says here, from, you know, being a phoenix. Okay, about face. Big hooah for Tucci taking a bullet for us. Fall back in, Tucci.
Thank you, Top.
Then, time for guys Brock, post. Alright, about face. Sergeant First Class Brock here is being awarded a pretty big medal, one that will surely wear him out whenever he's walking around. He's being awarded the Bronze Star. So, Sergeant First Class Brock with V device during combat mission shifting sands, Sergeant First Class Brock led from the front on multiple engagements throughout the combat mission, ensuring the safety of his platoon and leading through his NCOs. Sergeant First Class Brock held his platoon, his company, and the unit to a high level of excellence. And this is something that we are accustomed to with Sergeant First Class, having really difficult standards to meet, but if you do so, internally you'll put a smile on his face. So, big medal for you, Sergeant First Class, and definitely deserved. Hooah. Alright, about face.
Thank you, Top.
Fall back in. Okay. Next up, Vandal, Winters, Mundar, Meadows, Paz, Rivacoba, New Guy, Frost, Reynolds, Smith, and Kidon. Post. Alright, about face. these gentlemen here are being awarded the Combat Infantry Badge. So this is for their first encounter with real enemies during an official operation. If you partake in one mission, you will be awarded the CIB. So this is the stage 1. Every single operation that you take part in, this medal will upgrade itself. So if you stick along, or if you stick with us for long enough, you'll start getting some stars on your CIBs too. So, alright, your first engagement with the enemy. Congratulations, and hooah.
Ooh.
About face. Alright, fall back in. Alright, then I would like to have Orsini, Cooper, and Pellerine post. Alright, about face. Now these three gentlemen here have had a little bit more experience. They're not as green anymore as the ones we just had from CIB stage 2 or stage 1. These soldiers are being awarded the CIB stage 2. So getting that first star on their CIBs, having a little bit more experience already. Some of these being in new positions. For example, we have Pellerine. Your first CIB, I believe, was received through a previous tour, so it does go through tours. And then Orsini and Cooper have both partaken in Thin Ice before, so that was the operation before, or current one is Silver Guardian. So a little bit more senior already, but still a junior specialist here, Cooper. So all right, big hooah for these gentlemen. About face. Gentlemen, fall back in. And next up, I would like to call the old guard forward, Fives and Bar post. Right, about face. These two are being awarded a couple of things. First of all, they will get the Combat Infantry Badge Stage 3 for taking part in 3 official operations. Now, myself and Fives actually go back a really long time, back to 2016, where we took part in, I believe it was Bronze Fire, around that time, Freedom Sentinel, those Bright Star, those operations back then. So Fives had taken part in 2 operations back then, and is now in Silver Guardian, being his 3rd operation, so therefore he gets the CIB Stage 3. Same with Bar. Now with the Stage 3 CIB, we would also like to hand out our Combat Patch. So the 30 Combat Patch also being awarded for taking part in 3 official operations. And now, if you would have it, all the operations that these gentlemen took part in were against terrorism. So they're also being awarded the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. So these guys know their stuff. They've been through the thick and thin of it. Hence why we are awarding them all this stuff. So big hooah to Fives and Bar. And about face. Alright, fall back in. Alright, next up, Bills and Sherman post. About face. Now, the Combat Infantry badge is handed out to infantry personnel. 11 Bravo, 11 Alpha, and 11 Zulu. But we also have the Combat Action Badge. Now, the Combat Action Badge is handed out as a replacement for the CIB. And Bill's here was before today, actually, part of TreeCap, I believe. Sherman is still part of TreeCap, so these soldiers are being awarded the CAB instead of the CIB. So big hua to these two gentlemen. Alright, about face. And fall back in. Right. Apart from that, May has also been a pretty big month on some advanced training courses. We've ran Aerosol, we've ran ALC, and we've also ran WLC. So for those things, we would also like to hand out some awards. So let's start with the Aerosol Badge. So Poltrak, Vandal, McMahon, and Cooper post. Alright, about face. So these three gentlemen and one lady in front of you are being awarded, like I said, the Aerosol Badge for taking part in the Aerosol training. This will open them up in the future to take part in Aerosol operations. So fast roping into tight locations, sling loading equipment, and so on. These are the people that we ask to do that, and they are trained for it. So big hua to these four. About face. Congratulations. Fall back in. Next up, give me Inca, Vandal, Wally, B, and Holmes. Over up. Alright, about face. So once again, these four gentlemen and one lady are being awarded the NCO Professional Development Ribbon for completing WLC. Now, most of these are still specialists, with the exception of Inca here. So you guys will not be able to wear the NCO Dev ribbon on your uniform yet. You will, however, receive it in the shadow box next to it. So once you become an NCO, once you become part of the NCO Corps as a corporal, that's when you will be able to wear it on your uniform. Now, in the third ID, we'd like to teach a lot of courses, and some are not per se training courses that you will be able to apply in game. What we want is that you guys also take something home from that, take something that you can apply IRL, and WLC is one of those example courses. It's all about leadership. It's all about communication. It's about how to work with people, how to be effective, an effective leader, building teams, solving miscommunications, and so on. So this is all also very valuable out of game. So big hua to these five graduating WLC. And with that, I would also like to just have a shout out to Cooper for being a retaker of the course. So these courses are always open to anyone. It doesn't mean that if you have done the course already that you can't do it again. Everybody is welcome for a refresher. And these courses are also often very different from time to time. They have a lot of sort of interactions between the students and the instructors, so each course will be different. We also update the material every single time. So yeah, thank you for coming. And about face. And fall back in. So WLC being more for or junior leaders. Next up, we also have a course for or sort of medium level NCOs. So for that, I would like to call forward Paxton, Tucci, Skits, Gregoire, Sam, Gihiri, and Ayers. Post. Alright, about face. So like I said, these gentlemen are your squad leaders, your senior team leaders, even one your acting detachment commander, the 3-cap XO Paxton. So these gentlemen went through ALC, so that's Advanced Leadership Course, and with that they will be able to attach the 2 aperture. So the number 2 is added on top of their NCO Dev ribbon. So again, ALC is another one of those leadership courses where we do not specifically touch on subjects that apply only in game. It's a lot of more higher level leadership things in there. Again, a lot of communication skills and so on. So if you want to pick up those things, make sure you sign up to the next ALC. Thank you, gentlemen, for attending, and a big hooah. Alright, about face. Fall back in. Alright, if I can have Pellerine, Thomas, and Red post. So move over to the middle. I think you're the only one. Alright, about face. So these 3 soldiers here, quite new. All 3 are private 2nd class, are hereby being promoted to private 1st class. So first stepping stone in the unit, that entry level promotion to PFC, hopefully for a very long career to come. So let's hear it for these 3 soldiers. Big hooah. Alright, about face. And fall back in. Next up, Pearson, post. I assume Pearson is not here.
He's on element.
Okay. Well, you can let Private Pearson know that he is being promoted to E4 Specialist. Then moving on, Bodwin, post. About face. Okay, so Chief Bodwin here is being promoted to Chief Warrant Officer 2. So after being fallen victim to the promotion board 2 months ago, he did manage to pass with flying colors last month. So congratulations, Bodwin, and a big hooah to him. About face. Congratulations. Fall back in. And then we have one more Liwa post. Alright, about face. So, Lewa here, often dubbed Senior Specialist or Staff Specialist Lewa. Well, Lewa, today you are losing that rank and you are becoming a Junior Corporal. So, you're hereby being promoted to Corporal, E4. Congratulations. Big hooah for Lewa. Alright, about face.
The biggest hooah of the ceremony.
Finally, congratulations. I'd fall back
Thank
in.
You.
Alright, so let's get into a couple of other things, some notes, and then we have one final bigger topic to tackle. So a couple of notes, we have the anniversary of Lambert being part of the unit for 2 years, and June 26th. Then we have Sergeant Sam, 1 year in the unit on June 10th. Then we also have Kihiri, 1 year in the unit on June 5th. And then we have Tucci actually being a re-enlistee, has his 1 year in his current tour on June 21st. Then I'd also like to have a shout out to the following people: Barr, Bills, Cooper, Mundar, Waltz, Creamer, New Guy, Frost, Paz, Rivacoba, Reynold, Keydon, Smith, Wade, C. Harris, and Ramirez for enlisting in the month of May or the beginning of June here. Some of these are re-enlistees like Cooper, but we are happy to have you back. Then a couple of other points. We are, like I said in the beginning here, leaving this sandbox, this hellscape, for a new map. So we are going from this sandbox to a new sandbox. This other sandbox hopefully having a little bit more green than our current one. There is, as I've been told, some rivers and stuff, so hopefully we'll see some green there. So with that, I would like to actually do a small recap of our deployment so far, sort of giving you guys some insight on the storyline as well, because I know that sometimes that is not communicated down, as it's not super crucial information, but if you've been paying attention to all the warlords, we do make these operations into a storyline. So far, we've started here in this FOB actually with a rather welcoming surprise with a V-bit driving through our gates here, blowing up the eastern checkpoint here. So a V-bit drove through our gates. We had a lot of indirect, we had waves of GSIM attacking us, and we finished that off with destroying the enemy mortar site there. Then we had mission Fuel of Conflict, where we attempted to build some relations in the area. It didn't go 100% as expected. That's also where we met the famous Banana Man, who unfortunately died there. So we didn't really start off on the correct foot, which resulted in 3 US tourists being held hostage. And if some of you may remember, that's where that forum post was about, where they killed one of the hostages. So then moving on, we went to mission Unshackled Sky. Unshackled Sky is where we went to one of the biggest towns in this area, Tin Daoun. We were tasked with finding a downed Reaper drone. So this drone, we did manage to find it. However, its bombs were stolen. So hopefully we can find those bombs in our new map. If not, it may hurt us or some other unit. We also destroyed a lot of enemy AA, and that sort of marked the beginning of the end of this map. Then we went into Mission Desert Hearts. This one is also dubbed the Cave Slideshow. So we located the whereabouts of US tourists, managed to take out one of their importing / outfitting stations, so that being the cave, and we managed to free those US tourists, like I said. And then finally, last week, we ended off with Mission Shifting Sands, where we finally managed to locate that enemy stronghold and take it out. We managed to capture the One-Eyed, which was the HVT that we were after, and we freed the region's only educated doctor. So a big pat on the back for what we've accomplished so far in this operation. And going into our current objective, so maybe some background, like why are we here? What the hell are we doing here? So those, all the way in the beginning, the reason for deployment to this area was because this base here was being built but was attacked. Then we had a lot of US military that was killed during that engagement, as well as 2 US military hostages that were taken. Now our objective, or long-term objective, is still to find those 2 US hostages. So these were transferred over, according to the One-Eyed, to Seydan Archita. We will nickname him the Chief, and he is the commander of the Katiba Yusef Im Tashfin, but we will nickname those the Armored Deserters. So we are looking for the Chief, who is in command of the Armored Deserters. So those are a group of well-trained Maladian deserters and a brutal division within the GSIM. So after our ceremony here, we are going to be redeployed to Mopti, which is in central Mali, and there we will face this enemy, the Armored Deserters. So it's mostly composed of those Armored Deserters who are hiding in villages and dense jungles and oases. So if there is any questions regarding sort of our operation or what we're doing or anything like that, I'd like to point you to the War Notes, which have a lot of information. I highly recommend you read it every time. It's posted around on a good week, Wednesday, on a busy week, sort of Thursday, Friday. Friday is our deadline for that. And so with that, we also set up S2. So S2 is now being recognized as an actual demos. So it's called S2 Intelligence. We have Major LaFlash, who will take the main role there as intelligence officer and the officer in command. We will have Corporal Pendergast as by his side as the intelligence planner, and he'll also be the NCOIC. And then Sklenar, who has been doing this for a long time, will finally have an actual demos named to him, which is Senior Intelligence Analyst. So they are going to be turning those ideas, those stories into reality. With that, we've also opened extra slots. So there is 1 extra analyst slot at the moment. The logistics are still being worked out. I've already heard some people that show interest. We'll post a post or we'll get some information sent out to you guys as soon as we know more. But we will have 1 analyst slot per platoon. So currently we're looking for 1 for Widowmakers. But as I said, more info to follow. So with that, we always write down our C-Staff meeting notes in the Battalion Dispatch forum. So S2 was one of the topics that is very detailed in there. So make sure you take a look at that, as well as some other information that is sort of going around in the demosses and decisions that we take in C-Staff. That being said, Monday, so tomorrow, we are turning on verified signatures on our servers. Anyone who has not put in their optional mods that they run, you can do so on the forum still, but basically Monday will be our cutoff, and that's how we will be going live. So all of the information regarding the mods that are allowed will be posted on the forums coming Monday. So no more advanced movement or weird mods or sometimes even cheats, you know, personal arsenal and so on will no longer be allowed on our servers. And then final note that I have here is for Ranger School. So a 12 to 16 hour ARMA event. Ranger School is no joke. It's coming up, being hosted by the 173rd as usual on June 26th. So for those who want to get the Ranger tab on their shoulder, get access to explosives and so on, go ahead and sign up for Ranger. Definitely a exciting and tiring event. Sorry?
And get to where the super awesome boonies. Instead of the standard patrol cap.
Ah, okay. Alright, and you get some fancy new address. Okay, with that, there is only one last elephant in the room, which is LT Lambert's movement. So LT Lambert, like I said, he has gotten a new job with the Australian police, so he's going federal, I believe. And with that, he will no longer have time to do his duties as a platoon leader. Therefore, what is going to happen is LT is going to move to Company XO. So there, he is going to help out Major with paperwork. He's going to keep a close eye on all the DMOSs. Perhaps we're going to bring back DMOS meetings and so on, instead of just having it all in our C-staff meetings. So he's going to try and put some structure in that. And that will obviously open the Widowmaker platoon position. So for that, Sergeant First Class Brock, can you post? Alright, Sergeant First Class. Normally I would say about face, but in this case, let's shuffle and switch positions, eh?
Copy that. All right, Widowmakers. That's right, customs and courtesies first. Ladies and gentlemen, before I dismiss you to prepare for Mission Jungle Salvation, I have one final matter to attend here. And so here in front of us, we have Top Drake, about face. All right. By the order of our unit commander, Major LaFlash, and in recognition of First Sergeant Drake's outstanding and sustained commitment to the service of this entire unit, from the company level all the way down to fire team level, I hereby promote him to the unfortunate grade of E5, but the proud rank of OCS. Top Drake here is leaving the enlisted corps, the senior enlisted corps, I should say, and moving into officer candidate school in preparation for his leadership of 1st Platoon. And so that will occur today at our next mission, Jungle Salvation. He will become our Widowmaker 6. So I want to congratulate him, and let's give him a really big hooah. Hooah! Hooah! All right, about face. OCS, congratulations. I look forward to your leadership.
Thank you, Sergeant.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, you are all dismissed. So let's take a break, get something to drink, get something to snack on, and meet up here in a few mics to get this mission going. Ooh.
I'm gonna start my game fast.
Drake.